Tyler Ty. Cobb was born on December 18, 1886, in Narrows, Georgia, to William and Amanda Cobb. Raised in a small rural town in the southern United States, Cobb grew up in a family with a deep commitment to the land, but it was clear from a young age that Ty's destiny lay in sports. His father, a successful businessman, had played baseball in his youth, and his mother, a teacher, had a strong influence on Cobb's education. Cobb's early life was marked by tragedy. When he was just 18, his mother shot and killed his father under mysterious circumstances, in what was ruled an accidental shooting, a traumatic event that deeply affected Cobb for the rest of his life. This tragedy, however, sparked a fierce determination in him, and Cobb turned to baseball as both an outlet for his grief and a way to channel his aggression and intensity. Cobb attended the University of Georgia for a short time, where he played for the university's baseball team. His prodigious talent quickly garnered attention. After just 1 year in college, Cobb joined the Detroit Tigers organization, beginning his professional baseball career at the young age of 18. Cobb's ability on the field became undeniable as he dominated the minor leagues, particularly in the South Atlantic League, where he exhibited skills that would later make him one of the best players of all time. Rising star. The early years with the Detroit Tigers. Ty Cobb made his Major League Baseball debut on August 30, 1905, at the age of 19. He joined the Detroit Tigers as a center fielder, and his arrival immediately drew attention due to his raw talent, aggressive play and fiery competitiveness. In his first year, Cobb played only a handful of games but managed to hit .240, a modest average by modern standards, but impressive for a rookie. His debut signaled the arrival of a new star in the game of baseball. Cobb's rise to prominence was rapid. By his second year in the majors, 1906, he was a full-time player and finished the season with a .316 batting average. His aggressive style of play, coupled with his speed, keen eye and fierce competitiveness, made him a force to be reckoned with. However, it was his base-stealing ability, aggressive fielding, and uncanny knack for getting on base that began to set him apart from other players. In 1907, Cobb won his first American League batting title with a .350 average. This was the beginning of an era in which Cobb would dominate the American League, earning a reputation as one of the most complete players in baseball. His batting prowess, combined with his ability to steal bases and create scoring opportunities for his team, made him an invaluable asset to the Tigers. Cobb's approach to the game was characterized by an intense desire to win, and his aggressiveness, sometimes seen as overly harsh, became part of his mystique. Career peak. Dominance of the game. The period from 1907 to 1919 marked the peak of Ty Cobb's career. His ability to hit for both average and power, combined with his aggressive style of play, led him to achieve dominance in the American League. Cobb's rivalry with players such as Babe Ruth and his tenure with the Detroit Tigers during this era defined the height of his career. In 1909, Cobb won the Triple Crown, leading the American League in batting average, 377, home runs 9, and RBIs 107, a rare accomplishment that showcased his all-around talent. Over the next several years, Cobb's dominance continued, and he would go on to win an astonishing 12 batting titles during his career, including 9 consecutive titles from 1907 to 1915. His batting prowess was unmatched, and his career batting average of 366 remains the highest in Major League Baseball history. Beyond his offensive skills, Cobb was also known for his ferocious base running and fielding. He stole 897 bases over his career, finishing as one of the most dangerous and intelligent base runners in the history of the game. His aggressive base running, often using his spikes to intimidate and injure opposing players, became a hallmark of his style and contributed to his fearsome reputation. Cobb's ability to inspire his teammates and push them to perform at their best was another key factor in the Tigers' success during this period. Though often considered a polarizing figure for his rough personality and confrontational behavior, Cobb's leadership was undeniable. Under his influence, the Tigers won 3 American League pennants in 1907, 1908, and 1915. Main achievements and legacy. Ty Cobb's career achievements are among the most impressive in baseball history. Over a 24-season career, all of which were spent with the Detroit Tigers, and briefly with the Philadelphia Athletics, Cobb accumulated 4,189 hits, a number that remained a record until Pete Rose broke it in 1985. His 4,189 hits still place him second on the all-time list, and his career batting average of .366 is the highest in MLB history. Cobb was a 12-time American League batting champion and won the Triple Crown in 1909. In addition to his batting prowess, Cobb was a legendary base stealer, finishing his career with 897 stolen bases, a record that stood for many years. His fielding was also exceptional, as he won the American League's first-ever Gold Glove Award for outfielders in 1911. Throughout his career, Cobb was a key figure in numerous Tigers teams that contended for World Series titles. However, despite his individual brilliance, Cobb's teams only won one World Series title, in 1908, which was a disappointment considering his dominance in the league. Nonetheless, Cobb's influence on the game transcended his team's limited success in the postseason. Cobb was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1936 as one of its first 5 members, alongside legends like Babe Ruth, Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson, and Honus Wagner. His induction was a testament to his lasting impact on the game, and his place among the greatest players in history was assured. Over the course of his career, Cobb earned a reputation as one of the fiercest competitors to ever play the game, and his influence on the sport remains significant to this day. Final years in retirement. Ty Cobb played his final Major League Baseball game on September 11, 1928, at the age of 41. By the time of his retirement, Cobb had amassed an unparalleled list of achievements, but his later years in the game were marked by a gradual decline in his performance. Though he was still capable of flashes of brilliance, his age and the toll of his aggressive playing style had begun to show. In the final years of his career, Cobb spent one season with the Philadelphia Athletics after being traded from the Tigers in 1927. His time with the Athletics was marked by a decline in his batting average, but Cobb still displayed leadership and grit. After retiring as a player, Cobb remained involved in baseball in various capacities, including as a coach and as a member of the Tigers front office. Cobb's personal life after retirement was as controversial as his playing career. He became a wealthy businessman, investing in several ventures, but he also remained a figure of public controversy. Cobb was known for his fierce opinions and his volatile temper, which often led to public feuds with other players, media and fans. His public persona as a villain continued even after his playing days ended. Ty Cobb passed away on July 17, 1961, at the age of 74. His death marked the end of the era of baseball giants from the early 20th century, and his legacy continues to be a subject of both admiration and criticism.